University of Glasgow. This is the one and only Harry Potter stop on this video, like I said. City of the Dead People, which you know I like some creepy, spooky crap, so get my spook on. I am legitimately using a tombstone as a tripod, so I'm probably going to hell. Once again, free. Everything today has been completely and utterly free because I'm a tight ass. Good morning. Today I'm saying hi to you from Glasgow. Essentially, Daniel had a business trip up here and I'm not doing anything of interest, so I was like, free trip to Glasgow? Yes, thank you. So I'm on my own today, so it's just me, but I will be showing you around Glasgow and we're gonna fit in as much as we can in 24 hours. And we're gonna do it by foot because we're gonna get these steps up because I have been lazy the last day because it takes 7 hours to get here from London. The hotel I'm staying in is a Premier Suite Inn, something like that. It was obviously a work thing. However, we got this massive apartment. This isn't even the bedroom. This is bigger than our London apartment and it has an amazing view of George Square. So window's probably not the cleanest, but there's that really pretty building. This big nice square. It's so cool. I don't think I've had such a nice accommodation before. So we're lucky because it is Scotland, so I'm expecting it to be cold and rainy, and it's going to be 16 degrees, which is pretty good for Scotland, and mostly sunny. So we're so lucky to have that. So I have Googled top things to do in Glasgow. I have mapped them onto the Google Maps and I've sent them to my phone and we're gonna go. So we're actually starting today at the Gallery of Modern Art. It's in the centre of town. I like going to modern art museums because you never know what you're going to get. It could be something really cool, or it could be something that you think you could have done yourself, e.g. this. I could definitely have done myself, but also free to enter, which is what we like to hear, so we're going to go check that out. Such an awkward hike. Finished at the Museum of Modern Art. It's quite good, not particularly large, so you definitely don't need that long. Under an hour, I would say, depending how into art you are. Had some cool Andy Warhols and some more impressionist stuff, but it is still worth a stop, but yeah, not going to be the pinnacle of your day. Now I've come to probably the highlight for me will be Glasgow Cathedral and then Glasgow Necropolis. So the cathedral is obviously a cathedral, so I'm expecting it to be quite nice, affluent, decorative, it's Catholic. However, there's a necropolis, which is like City of the Dead People, which you know I like some creepy, spooky crap, so hoping to go there and get my spook on, but we're gonna head to the cathedral first. Do the touristy thing and then we'll do the fun thing. Beyonce? Classic, the one time I find my name on anything, then it's a tombstone. Oh, classic. Legit though, she died a day before I was born, and because of time zones in Australia that would have been the 6th of December, which is my birthday, and she died when she was 69, so get it, Anne. Maybe I am Anne reincarnated. Holy! I am legitimately using a tombstone as a tripod, so I'm probably going to hell. That said, that church was actually amazing. It was so much better than I thought. So not as glamorous as I thought, because it's older than I thought. Say than I thought again. Feels much more Harry Potter, if that's the best I can say. But they have this top level, which is a kind of traditional church, as you'd expect. Still very, very affluent in that it's quite big. Then you go underneath, and there's a whole second church underneath that they built on top of, and there's a tomb down there, and that's actually where they filmed Outlander. So if you're a fan of Outlander, obviously you're going to come to Scotland because it's Outlander, but you have to head to the Glasgow Cathedral. In terms of the necropolis, I'm saying that right anymore, it's a cemetery on top of a hill in the middle of town, and as much as I wanted it to be a cathedral made out of bones, because that's what I thought when I heard necropolis, this is still very cool because the fact that it's so vertical is really interesting to me. They have some really well maintained Celtic, did I say it, graves around, and you get this really beautiful panoramic shot of the city, which I've had beautiful weather today, so I've been very lucky, but you get this really nice skyline shot giving you an overview of the city, which is worth coming up for, if nothing else. Also, everything so far has been free, so that's exciting. So we're gonna go head to our next destination, which is a long walk away, so I might get some snacks before then. We'll see. Okay, so we're at our next stop, which is the People's Palace, which is kind of south of where we were in Glasgow Cathedral. People's Palace was a building that was essentially the size, not so much the size, it's not, I wouldn't even call it a palace, it's like a name. It's kind of like a community hall that's kind of been used throughout the years. It's kind of a museum of modern history within Glasgow, so it has examples of clothing, marketing materials like toiletries, electronics. It talks a lot about the history in regards to poverty, crime rates, so it's really interesting to see, like, because it wasn't that long ago. A lot of this stuff is even from basically the 50s right up till 2000s, so considering I'm born in the 90s, I'm like, I feel really old. I'm in a museum now, but definitely worth a visit, free as well as always, but it also has a cool conservatory, but it seems to be closed, which is a shame, but maybe if you come it won't be closed. That's what we like to see. So I've been to Edinburgh multiple times because I have family up in Scotland, and I have never been to Glasgow, so this is kind of my first time here. And my initial impressions of Glasgow is that it's much more like arty, business-centric, modern, whereas I find Edinburgh a bit more like historic, more touristy, because it's got the castle, it's got the high street, where this is all like modern history, modern art, more grungy urban grittiness, but obviously when I say that, it's still a very old city. It has some really crazy beautiful architecture as well, like we saw with the cathedral. So very cool to finally have done it. As always, is there any Harry Potter stuff to do? Because as you know, I've been to Edinburgh and done everything Harry Potter there is possible. I've made videos which I'll put here, you can go watch them if you haven't. But Glasgow doesn't have that much, so I have got one spot on the agenda for this afternoon that will be Harry Potter related, but it's quite small considering it's me and everything I do is Harry Potter. So you're lucky you're spared this time. It's just the one stop. Done a lot of walking today. I'm already at 20,000 steps. So we're probably going to look at getting some public transport across town to my next stop, which will be a secret. You can wait and see. Alright, let's try and see if we can get public transport, because I don't want to buy a ticket. If it doesn't take my card, I have to walk because I can't be able to get cash out. So, do you know, in one thing I found, because I've been, like I said, I've been to Scotland a few times, if you get cash out in Scotland, so they still have the pound, like all of the UK, basically nowhere in England will take the pound, only Scotland will take the Scottish pound, and then if you use English pounds, the normal pound, in Scotland, they accept that. So like, I feel like if I get cash out, I'll be like wasting my money if I don't use it all up. Anyway, I digress. Let's go try and find. Is it okay? I just thought the background's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's nice.
Cool. So we are at our 4th, 5th, can't remember, stop of the day. We have picked up Daniel's son. Yes, say hi.
Hi.
So now I have my photographer and cameraman back, so less arm shakiness from me. We have come to University of Glasgow. This is the one and only Harry Potter stop on this video. Like I said, they used the exterior shots of Glasgow University for Harry Potter, and we're also going to try and find the chapels because it looks like the thing, even though it's not. You'll see. These are the cloisters. Nothing to do with Harry Potter, but I think they look like the Harry Potter potions class personally, so that's why I wanted to come. This is our last stop because we're nearing on 4 o'clock today. Didn't think I'd actually get here because I thought it was a bit ambitious, but we're at the Kelvingrove Museum. Once again, free. Everything today has been completely and utterly free because I'm a tight ass. Kind of similar to the London Natural History Museum. Has different sections. We're currently in the wildlife section, but I do want to check out the Egyptian section if we can squeeze it in, but we're just going to explore it. So we're heading to the Egyptian section. Super keen. I love Egyptian stuff, always have. I feel like it's just going to make me, I'm just going to end up booking flights to Egypt probably tonight, because that always happens. That is exactly like the mummy.
Yeah.
That is the end of my 24 hours in Glasgow in terms of our hit list of things we wanted to do. Very happy I managed to keep it all free. Kelvingrove Art and Museum was definitely well worth a visit. Probably spend more time here if you can. We kind of did it as fast as we could to allow for the maximum amount of time, but definitely could spend more time here. It's very good, very similar to Natural History Museum in London, just not quite as big. Also really liked the Glasgow Cathedral because it was much more ancient than I realised, and also it was like piled on each other, like it was built on top of it, and because they filmed Outlander there, it has to be a favourite. However, tonight we are going out to dinner, which I will take you along with, because a very big part of Glasgow is the food, and it is actually the vegan capital of the UK, I think, of all places, so you wouldn't think so. So we're actually meeting Daniel's sister for dinner, so we're gonna head there now, and then we're hopefully gonna have a good meal, so we'll check in then. But bins were all gone. We're at Block Plus, that's what I'm calling it anyway, which is a vegan and meat eater restaurant, so we're actually coming here to see Daniel's sister and brother-in-law, so I'm going to go in. Hopefully I'll be able to show you the food and talk to you about it, but there is a chance there'll be live music, so you might just get me miming all the food too, so we'll see what happens. But I'm excited because I'm hungry from all this walking.
I think I'm gonna get the block dog and I'm gonna add veggie chili on top.
So that's the meat eater side, and then we have a whole veganoid. I don't even want a hot dog, but I keep going towards them. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this video helps you if you ever find yourself with 24 hours in Glasgow and time to spare. Tell me down in the comments if there's anywhere I missed that is on your must-do for Glasgow. And give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and subscribe so I can see you next time.